Okay, today I'm going to be telling you about the things that I stopped doing once I started healing. I'm actually so excited to make this video today. As you can see, I'm in my new flat. It might not look that different from the old one because we have all the same furniture, but we've actually just moved. So yeah, I'm still working out the mic situation. This is not like my ideal sound setup, but bear with me, it will get better, I promise. Anyway, today I'm really excited to share this with you because I just feel like energetically, like I just feel like this needs to be shared. So I hope this finds the right people, and if you're watching this, then I really hope that you take something from this video today. I'm going to be sharing with you the things that I stopped doing once I started healing myself. So once I started really awakening and going on this like deep spiritual journey and like healing myself inside out and trying to like just live my best life, my most authentic life. Okay, so let's just get right on into it. The number one thing that I stopped doing once I started healing was watching the news. Now, this has been a TikTok trend of like things that people stop doing when they started healing, and most of the time when I see these TikToks, this is the number one thing that everyone says: they stopped watching the news. Now, that is because the news, the mainstream media, pushes fear and lack narratives. It is really fear-mongering and really anxiety-inducing. I defy anyone to tell me that after they sit and watch the news for 20 minutes that they feel good about themselves, about the world, about society, about life in general. Like, we don't hear that many good news stories. Even if we do, it's like a little one tacked on the end to like lift our spirits a bit. But all of that fear and lack and scarcity like has seeped into our subconscious by that point. And I honestly believe that the news is almost like a form of programming us to like keep us in our box, to keep us scared, to keep us playing small, to not have us question things, to not have us try to change things, keep us doing our like safe little jobs and not kind of raising our head up to actually like question the narrative. So I stopped watching the news, but to be honest, my realisation of how bad the news was came later. But actually, the reason I stopped watching it was actually during the pandemic, and I realised, I mean, I was already feeling anxious AF, I think we all were, it was the pandemic. But I realised that obviously I'd be watching the news every day to see like the COVID updates and whatever, and every time I watched it, I would just feel incredibly anxious and stressed and down and fearful, and I was like, this is not helpful right now. So that's when I stopped watching it. Now, like if it comes on the radio, I'll turn the radio off. I don't subscribe to any news on my phone. I just don't consume it. Obviously, I'm saying I don't consume it. Obviously, like I'm on social media and you do see an element of news, you do hear things from people, but I just don't sit and actively consume it. And honestly, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. So yeah, stop watching the news. The second thing I stopped doing when I started healing was saying sorry when I didn't need to. I'm not saying like be a horrible person and don't apologise when you've done something wrong, absolutely still do that. But what I realised was certainly us women are so guilty for saying sorry for literally everything. We say sorry for just existing, like we say sorry for just taking up space in this world. You don't need to say sorry for everything. If your boss asks you to do something last minute and you can't, you don't need to say sorry about that. That's their problem, that they've not been able to time manage efficiently. So don't apologise. Just be like, I can't do that, but I'm happy to pick it up at another time or whatever. Find a way around it. Just take sorry out of your texts and emails first, because it's easier to monitor when you're physically typing it. Like, for example, if you were a bit slow in replying to a friend, right? They're your friend, they probably don't expect an instant reply, or they shouldn't anyway. So stop replying, be like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, so sorry that I was late in replying, so sorry. Like, no, you don't need to say, you've got a busy life, you're a busy person, like, you don't need to apologise for not being instantly available. Stop saying sorry when you don't need to. Take it out of your texts and your emails or any other like form of communication where you have to type it, because you'll notice yourself typing it and you'll see it. Proofread everything and be like, oh, does that sorry actually need to be there? No, take it out. And then you can start editing it out of your actual speech. That's harder because you just instinctively say sorry. But like if someone bumps into you in the street, don't apologise. They apologise, they bumped into you. Like, this is one in particular for all my women out there, because we have had this ingrained since we were so young to literally apologise for existing, to minimise ourselves, to not take up too much space. If we get in someone, or if we bump into someone, even if it is them that bumped into us, it was actually our fault because we just shouldn't have been there in the first place, okay? get rid of that idea. Stop saying sorry. The third thing I stopped doing when I started healing is I stopped talking badly about myself to make others feel better. I think this is a very British thing. I don't know how this translates in places like America or worldwide, but certainly us Brits and us Scottish people in particular are very self-deprecating. That's our humour. We make fun of ourselves, we put ourselves down. And there's a time and a place for that. Like, it can be funny to make a joke at your own expense, that's fine. But again, us women it's a way of minimising ourselves. It's a way of pushing ourselves down and telling our subconscious that actually we're not worthy. Like, if someone compliments you, like say someone's like, oh, I really like your top, most of our immediate reaction is to be like, oh no, like this is so old, I got this from a charity shop, or like, oh, you would look much better in it, oh, I actually don't like it that much. Like, we instantly start putting ourselves down instead of just owning it and being like, thank you. And it's so nice when you give someone a compliment and they actually just take it and are like, thank you, because when you're given a compliment, you're trying to make that person feel good. So like, don't throw that back in their face. Like, just say thank you and move on. Stop talking badly about yourself. If someone's complaining about how they look, you don't have to complain about how you look to make them feel better. Contrary to popular belief, you don't have to do that. You can sympathise with them, you can listen to them. You don't have to be like, oh no, my hair's terrible, oh no, I need to lose weight, oh no. No. Be comfortable and happy in yourself and own it. You don't have to talk negatively about yourself to build someone else up. Just don't do it. The fourth thing I stopped doing when I started healing was making myself do things that I didn't want to do. I had been a bit of a yes man previously. Certainly in my early 20s, I would just say yes to everything. My friends wanted to do something that I didn't really want to do, I would just say yes anyway. If there was like an event that I didn't really want to go to but lots of other people would go, and I would just be like, oh well, I'll just go. Like, I don't want to like get FOMO. Even like a workout, like dreading doing this workout, being like, oh, I really don't want to do this workout, I really don't enjoy it, but I'm gonna make myself do it anyway. Like, I've stopped doing that, and I've started just saying yes to the things that feel like a yes. So that's all about like listening to your body and your intuition more. Your body will tell you whether something is a yes or something is a no. You will literally feel it in your body once you tune in enough. And this can be hard because, again, we've been kind of taught to not listen to our body and to just override it with like, no, but this is what I should be doing. Break down that belief system. Your body knows whether something is a yes or a no. Even a person, like you meet someone, your body will tell you whether they're a yes or a no. Your body will tell you if you're getting good vibes from them, if you want to be around them, or if you don't. And it's okay to listen to that. And if it's a no, if that person is a no for you, that's okay. If that event is a no, if that workout is a no, that is okay. You don't have to say yes to everything. Just get comfortable with saying no. And the last thing that I stopped doing when I started healing is I stopped caring what people think. Now, this is a toughie, I'll be honest with you. Again, we're so conditioned to care about what other people think, to like validate ourselves through the judgment of others, right? But life is too short to spend your whole time worrying about everyone else is going to think about you. And to be honest, people don't think about you that much. People are so consumed with their own lives and their own worries, their own stresses, their own things going on. They're not spending as much time as you think thinking about what you're wearing or how your makeup looks or what you're doing with your day. They're not. So just do you. Like, stop caring what people think. Even if they do judge you, like, that is honestly their problem. That is nothing to do with you. That's their own insecurities playing out. That's them projecting their own shit onto you. Like, you don't need to deal with that. So your life is yours. Live it for you. Don't live it for the approval of others. So post that video, dance like no one is watching, go to that class, chat up that person, be brave enough to be yourself in a world that is trying to make you like everyone else. The beauty of this world is that everyone is unique, and if we keep trying to conform and fit into a certain box, it's going to be such a boring place. So just be yourself and don't care what anyone else thinks. Okay, so that is it. I hope this video was helpful for you. Please let me know in the comments if you have implemented any of these things, or if you're going to try and implement any of them. Just let me know your thoughts down below. I really enjoyed like writing the notes for this video and making this video. I think this is something that needs to be said, and I really hope that you get some value from it. So thank you so much for watching. Best of luck on your healing journey, and I will see you next time. Bye.